Hey, welcome to Butcher Bay Rejects. I'm Mark.
I'm Greg. What's up, nerds?
How you doing, bud? How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. It's cold out there, so
yeah.
What did we do? We stayed inside and watched some TV and movies for you guys, so you didn't have to.
Last night I was barbecuing in the rain. This morning, 7 inches of snow. No idea.
Okay, all right.
No idea.
That's how it is here in Montreal, folks.
Yeah.
Oh boy, hope it's warm where you're at. All right, we're gonna, since we lost Book of Boba Fett, we're gonna cover Pam and Tommy episode 5, Uncle Jim and Aunt Susie in Duluth, Peacemaker episode 8 finale. It's Cow or Never, and of course one of the Oscar nominees for Best Picture, Don't Look Up, on Netflix, directed by Adam McKay. So let's jump on into Pam and Tommy. Of course, Uncle Jim and Aunt Susie in Duluth refers to Jay Leno's famous line, "Is it going to be funny?" to Uncle Jim and Aunt Susie in Duluth. What'd you think of this episode? What's going on, huh?
Well, you know what? I'm finding that the episodes as they're going along, the wild and crazy is really dropping. You know, now it's like all the very serious shit that's going on. Yeah,
they're dealing with pregnancy loss and the whole tape thing, you know, and Tommy's, you know, he was on the couch watching Alanis Morissette. He saw his moment in the sun slip by, right? And of course, exactly. Oh my God, that whole Third Eye Blind in their recording studio. I love it. Did you catch the song at the end of the credits? It was Third Eye Blind.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I did.
Loved it. Okay. So yeah, he's having problems there, coming to terms with, you know, he had his time in the sun basically. And then the new gang's moving in, your Third Eye Blinds, your Nirvanas, your Alanis Morissettes.
Well, he feels threatened by the influx from Seattle.
Oh, yeah, you know? Sure. And of course, don't forget that I saw the amazing Alanis Morissette documentary on that whole album, Jagged Little Pill, and it was fantastic if you ever get a chance to watch it. And she just took everyone by storm. It's crazy how many people said no to her. Every major label said no. It's only because Madonna started a boutique label, Maverick, that she even got on. Every single person exec in music passed on that album. Can you believe that? That's insane if you think about it.
Oh, hey, it's not bad for a little girl from Ottawa, right?
That thing sold 32 million copies and is still selling. Okay. Like, this is insane. The people that in the know, in the music said, no, this is not good. Like, oh my God.
Well, it was such a departure from her debut album,
yes,
right?
Yeah, I get it. The bubblegum pop, but how it's a song you hear immediately. How many number ones were off that, you ought to know. Yeah. I mean, how could you listen to that and go, yeah, that's not going to make it.
And I was actually working in a bar in Ottawa when that came out. Her first album, her bubblegum pop thing. And she used to try and get into all the bars around town when she was underaged and say, well, do you know who I am? She pulled that shit off a few times.
Oh, well, boy, did she make up for it? Boy, we all know who you are now, Alanis.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, back then it was it was before she really, really nailed it. But I mean,
yeah. But you know, poor Tommy Lee had to deal with her and everyone else.
Well, you know, there is a bit of a shelf life, although the crew has, you know, this was just a gap, and then they came back hard again for another 10, 12, 15 years, right? So.
Yeah. Well, then again, it follows him into the men's room of the Viper Room, where he's really being commended for his performance on the tape, not as a musician. And he, of course. I mean, that did really happen, but it was with a journalist, not men's rooms patrons. But
yeah, no,
he went all Winter Soldier on them.
Oh, did he ever? Yeah, no, and we didn't see much of the other side of.
Well, yeah, Rand Gauthier wasn't in this episode, but he did finally desert his apartment, so there's no trace.
But where did he go? See, I'm wondering, did he get access to any of that money? Did he have money to disappear, or did Uncle Milty just fuck off to Amsterdam? And
yeah, I have a feeling that since, you know, Rand was operations and Uncle Milty was the money, I figure, he probably didn't get paid a lot.
Because I read up on it, Uncle Milty lived in Amsterdam for several years after that. So no doubt, and I'm not sure about the extradition if there is there, but you know. And then you have Pam's side where she's trying to deal with barbed wire, and you know her agent. Was that her agent, or was that the producer of the movie?
I think that was the publicist.
Publicist, right?
But yeah, someone different. getting ready for the Glamour magazine cover and article. And of course that got taken away from her, and seeing how trying to find the tape, if any news organization, but the New York Daily News or whatever wasn't predominantly on the web at that point. They got lucky there, but they did see how many people were selling it when they did a search.
Oh, no kidding. At different prices, at different things. It's like, geez. And then, the Penthouse Playboy war kind of heated up there near the end.
Yeah. Did you catch who that Bob Guccione was played by? Remember Grease 2? Maxwell Caulfield, the English actor.
Yeah.
Really good looking guy there.
Wasn't he also in Empire Records?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Playing the douchey singer.
Yep. That's him.
Yeah.
So of course
Rex Manning. That's who it was.
Yeah.
It's Rex Manning.
So
Day.
he was really sticking it to Hugh Hefner because Pam was a Playboy. So, he was probably going to publish a couple of stills in his glossy magazine.
Yeah. Oh,
and of course, for some reason, she's the only one that's being served at the end of the episode, not Tommy. So
why was that?
I don't know. They didn't really say why it was only her, but I guess they're going to address that in the next one.
I thought it might have been public record, from the scandal, but I don't remember it. I think I never got past. Yeah. I never got past just watching the.
Yeah, I mean, she's being deposed. If anything, it was Tommy's property that got stolen. Like, why is she just being deposed? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, but whatever.
Yeah. If Tommy had just been less of a dick, none of this would have happened.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows where she'd be now? Maybe she would be the next Jane Fonda.
Who knows? She really hasn't. She's really hasn't done a lot since Baywatch and shit, right?
No. Not Barbed Wire. Never really. I mean, I only watched it once, but it didn't catch on. I guess like they were hoping.
I think they were expecting her to be like the big bombshell action star, right?
Yeah, I could see someone giving her a shot, kind of like a Quentin Tarantino. Remember, he takes the actors out of mothballs and gives them. I can see something like that happening.
Possibly. I mean, she voiced a cartoon called Stripperella.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, it makes
Written
me
by Stan Lee.
in awe of Lily James, who's totally invisible. Like, I keep forgetting I'm watching Lily James. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
no, she's so well.
I almost think it is Pam Anderson acting here,
I mean, you really, really have to look for the differences to go, oh my God, this is a portrayal. This isn't this isn't real life.
Yes. This is a prim and proper English woman with a posh accent doing this. This is crazy.
Oh my God.
Bravo, Lily James. Bravo.
No. Like I said, I mean, if they don't get like Oscar nods for something like this, they got to get some awards somewhere for this portrayal.
Well, Emmy for sure. Yeah, Emmy for sure.
Oh, I guess this is considered TV, right?
Yeah. This is Emmys, so she should definitely.
She should. My God, yes.
Sure.
I mean, her portrayal of the character is absolutely perfect. Even Sebastian Stan should get a nod.
Yeah.
Because, I mean...
Yeah. I forget I'm watching him most of the time,
Yeah. No. Everything about this show is authentic. It feels authentic. You know what I mean? Like, even when they go to the cheap porn studio out in the valley, it's like you almost expect it to look like that, right? That shitty strip mall entrance to the to that counter there, going into the back to where like they got this just ugly looking sets, and then even like the Malibu house, everything everything is just so spot on, and it feels very much the 90s, right?
Yep, exactly.
It's like time machine right back there. So I think they definitely should get some kudos for this.
We are pulling for you guys.
We are.
You can do it.
We are.
All right. Let's jump into the Peacemaker finale, which we all heard the good news was renewed for season 2. So thank God. Okay. I'm just going to skip right to the best line of that episode is definitely the title of this episode of our podcast. Eat my dick, Schwarze-never. Oh, what a line by Harcourt. Schwarze-never. Oh, perfect.
I thought you were going to say "fuck you, Barry."
No. Well, we can jump to the ending right now if you want to get it over with, or we can start at the beginning as you wish, sir. As you wish.
Oh, let's start at the beginning because I mean, there's a lot of emotion going on in this show, and man, I love how they can be so right on and then so childish the next set, with all the
oh yeah, the whole farting bit, that went on quite long, and then Vigilante, of course, his pea brain jumping in and and then they obviously then not wanting to stop,
taking it a little too far, yeah,
that's as he does, but to me, he was the MVP of this whole, Vigilante just kept getting funnier and better. And, for an English actor, again, another English actor, pulling this off. I mean, I even forgot to mention 2 episodes where he was going for a pee. And of course, he pees with his pants all the way down with his ankle. Economist was just like, why are your pants all... Oh, of course he would. I forgot to mention that.
No, I mean, everybody on this show has stepped right up to the top. I mean, there's no one outdoing the other. They're all just mainlining this shit perfectly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And of course, the episode starts. They're really off to the farm to kill the cow, basically, before they can teleport back. And man, how cool was that action scene? Good Lord. I mean, It was well done, choreographed, the helmets, the sonic booms.
Oh, everything about it was great.
Very well done. Extremely well done, I thought.
All the bugs. Attack! Retreat!
Yeah.
Wave running up. No. It was very Monty Python like, right? They're running towards them, going for the fight. Oh no, turn around, gotta go back.
Yeah. Then we finally got to see what Leota was good at. Finally, they've been teasing this the whole series, and you're like, what is she good at? She does nothing, and of course, she does a bit of gun kata there, like Christian Bale in Equilibrium. So.
Oh no. I mean, the reality is that she is Amanda Waller's daughter. So you got to think Amanda Waller did a little bit of...
Well, I think Amanda might have disowned her there by the end of the episode.
Yeah.
She basically blew the whole thing on Task Force X.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Okay. Say that 3 times real fast. But
yes.
No, I think everybody just went ballistic. And how did Economist break his leg tripping over a fence?
Yeah,
that was a bit of a heavy break for just.
Yeah, well, the bone was puncturing out of the skin. Yeah, I've seen people break their ankle something silly, but not the bone protruding out of the skin. No. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And of course, he's got to have his own soul crushing moment when the butterfly asks him, why does that human paint color his beard like that? And then he has to reveal the truth with everyone listening on the earpiece, Oh God.
Dye beard.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Okay.
But you know what? What's funny is that you saw, as he was saying this, you saw Peacemaker's face, and you saw he felt like shit for saying it, for bugging him about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, he's grown up a little bit this season, I'd say.
I'd say so, for sure. But I mean, everything about this.
Like the arrow, the green arrow.
Oh my God.
Of course. I too was wondering if Stephen Amell, I mean, actors always lie. He probably watched it and they have to just say no, I haven't seen it yet. I mean, he's probably seen it.
Yeah. But the thing is though, it's not necessarily attacking Stephen Amell's character. No. Portrayal of Green Arrow. It's just Green Arrow in general.
Because if anything, there's been no Green Arrow in the movies yet, right? I mean, there's been everyone else except the Green Arrow. So in reality, no, they're not referring. But since Stephen Amell last played him,
I mean, hey,
he can take some ownership
Stephen
over
Amell's
it.
played him. Justin Hartley's played him. Neil McDonough voiced him. So
Yeah.
But no, that whole thing there, he's a brony.
Oh yeah, he goes to brony.
And he plays, and he dresses as the backhand with a 4-inch hole cut out in the back.
Oh God, yeah, that was pretty graphic there.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they diss Batman too. I mean, everyone got their fair share.
Yeah. And just like everybody redeeming themselves. Did you think Peacemaker was going to turn?
For a second there, I did. And I thought that, okay, that's going to be season 2. And he's like, nope.
Yeah, exactly. I was like sitting there going, oh, season 2 on that side?
But I like how he didn't. He could have shot him in the head and killed Goff, but him and Goff have this weird thing. And that was touching when the police officer saying, you fed me, you know, like put her hand on his face. It was very touching. That was touching. And we find out she's still hanging out with him back at his place.
Yeah.
You know, pouring honey on the ground. So there's something weird there.
That's the last little bit, right? So is Goff going to die after that? They're going to...
No, I don't think so. But it's weird that she could have easily gone into anyone, literally, in that trailer park where he lives. Or
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Now let's hit the big punch.
Yeah, let's hit the money shot. Okay, so as I said, I'll go first. Like as I said, okay, they're walking away. We see the 4 shadowy silhouettes. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Oh, okay, too bad you didn't get the rights. Too bad the actor said no. Get closer. Okay, you got a guy with Momoa hair. Good on you, stand-in. And then, of course, the reveal, and I still couldn't believe it, seeing him in the yellow and green outfit. There's Jason Momoa. Boom, talking to Flash. Boom. I was like, I texted you right away, Mark. You have to watch this before someone ruins it for you. So were you even guessing about what I was referring to, or you just knew you had to watch it fast?
I had no idea what you were talking about.
What was your thought process?
I had no idea, so I was like, okay, something big has happened.
Well, see, I couldn't even allude to anything because I didn't want to spoil that moment for you. Like, I didn't want to say, and wait for the end, because then you'd be expecting something.
Exactly. No.
But did you watch it pretty fast or no? Or soon, like that when I texted you that morning? Did you watch it? I made
breakfast and watched it, so I was like, right on top of it. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, it's when like Adamaya's on the phone with her mother and is like, call the Justice League, call somebody, come on, get him in. And it's like, yeah, like they're not going to send that in, you know, like.
Well, but yeah, that's the thing. Like even in Marvel movies, they're always conveniently somewhere else off world. Even Marvel's never done what they did in this finale, have them show up at the end. Oops, sorry, we're late, but they actually did it in a TV show. And I'm like, oh my God, this is huge.
Exactly. Like you sat there and like, oh my gosh. And I mean, come on, it was just so funny. Just Peacemaker just unloading on the Justice League. Yeah, thanks for being fucking late, dickheads. You know, like, go fuck another fish, asshole. You know, I'm so tired of that fucking rumor. Well, it's not a rumor.
Barry, yeah.
But did you see when it cut back to after Momoa said "fuck you, Barry" and it cut back to Ezra Miller? Did you see him almost break?
Yes,
like he was about to laugh. I was like, oh, did he?
I watched it a few times.
Is there a blooper out there where he just loses it? You know, like.
Oh, I hope so.
Because I mean. You gotta think that Gunn and them just lost it on set, right? You gotta think that they lost it on set filming that.
Well, as I said, he wasn't there. He was filming Guardians. A Marvel crew filmed that. And let's not forget, both Flash and Aquaman have movies coming out this year.
Yeah.
So, but too bad. Yes, I would have loved to have seen, like you said, Gal Gadot and Henry Cavill. Would have just went for our jugulars and we're like, I can't take it anymore. You know, that would have been too much, maybe.
I could just see Superman going, well, that was uncalled for.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman like trying to step forward and like Superman holding her back, going, no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Yeah. You took a fish over me? No.
Yeah, no. I mean,
yeah.
You know, they're saying like, you know, I was reading all the ramifications out there that these two characters have appeared, or that Justice League has appeared in Peacemaker. You know, what does that say for the Snyderverse and all that sort of shit? And I'm like, come on, they're part of the DCEU. You know, like, hello. Let it be. The flat.
Hey,
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, for a show that both you and I were literally on the fence about because of the last movie. I mean, to turn out that we both loved it.
Absolutely.
Like kudos to whoever, you know, all you guys involved that made this, because I can't stop raving about this show now.
And I mean, they could have gone a few different ways with this, right? They could have like had Harley Quinn and Bloodsport show up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully season 2. Yeah.
Like, can you? I mean, that would have been just almost. I don't. What is it? Would it have been just as good or almost as good on the level that they?
If what, there were more at the end? You mean?
Like instead of the Justice League showing up, it was like Harley and Bloodsport.
A couple of or a couple of Birds of Prey or something. No, I think being at Aquaman and Flash,
much bigger.
Was a bigger impact.
And Peacemaker flipping them off. Yeah.
yeah.
You expect them to brush off like Harley and Bloodsport, but to call.
Oh, if he wasn't carrying Harcourt away, I could see Peacemaker even giving a little shoulder like slam to Aquaman,
little shoulder nudge. I think that you could not have ended that more beautifully.
Yeah, to keep that being kept a secret for that long, nothing leaked. I mean, bravo, guys. And look forward to season 2.
Even after that, when everybody was recovering, and you saw that Peacemaker was, I guess you could say, made his peace with what's her name again? Adebayo?
Leota Adebayo.
Yeah. So he made his peace with her, and don't tell V, but you're the second BFF. And then Harcourt, waking up and holding his hand because he never left her side, kind of thing. Yeah, Vigilante's like almost half dead, like, dude, you have to be admitted. Oh, I'll be fine, and then collapses.
Oh yeah, and thanks for reminding me, because he did this coolest move that you never see in any movie or TV show, where normally where the guy gets clipped, he's always. And maybe gets the guy that clipped him, but he actually threw his knife backwards just before he fell. And I thought, oh, that was so cool. You never see that, guy totally behind him a couple of feet.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah. No, you get that kind of an ending, just invest yourself more into the characters, right? So.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Well, thumbs up, way up for me.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
Definitely look forward to season 2 next year.
Oh yeah. What crazy should they? Well, does the butterflies find a new source? Is that going to be another threat? Who is it?
Oh, stay tuned, everyone.
Yes.
All right, let's move on to one of the Oscar nominees for Best Picture, Don't Look Up. Now, I famously don't like disaster movies, but, give it a shot. Saw the all-star cast, Adam McKay, who's given us a lot of Will Ferrell comedies, and which one I liked. Did you see the mortgage housing crisis movie that he made there?
No.
No? Okay. Very good. So this one, I thought, for all that star power, I didn't really think anyone. Well, I'll save who I thought was acted very well. But did you like this movie?
No.
Okay.
I thought it was a good representation of what's actually going on these days. How social media
satire,
and people bandwagoning and all that sort of stuff. How they could follow the most absurd thing just because it's roaming the internet, right? And don't look up. It's like the comment's right fucking there. You shouldn't look up at that. That's wrong.
Yep. Becomes a hashtag in the movie. Yeah,
right?
Hashtag
don't look up.
Don't look up.
So as far as a satirical look at what's going on today, it hit every button. But as overall as a movie, it just kind of like, like I couldn't stand the TV interview people.
Well, the
world's coming to an end.
Yeah, well, this was a satire of the media, political ecosystem, and the happy talk news, those shows. It was total satire of that as well, where they're just self-absorbed.
Yeah. Well, we try not to go with the negative, It's like, idiot, the world's going to end. Like, how can you not take it seriously? And then when she loses it and then becomes a meme all over the internet and a joke where, okay, come on, like she's right.
Along with hot scientist or something?
Sexy scientist.
Sexy,
They both played those roles very well. DiCaprio, you've never really seen him as an anxiety-driven
Yeah, no, yeah, that, he's never the
middle,
wispy,
exactly.
yeah.
Like, middle
with,
class, nothing.
And a full family too. I don't recall him having a grown-up sons in any movie.
No, exactly. And I mean, Melanie Linsky was great as his wife, playing the Midwestern, family kind of thing. And
also great in Yellow Jackets. Shout out to Yellow Jackets, Melanie Linsky. God, you got to watch this show, Mark. All your favorite actresses are in this. Christina Ricci, Julie Lewis. You like all these people.
Not really, no.
I'll cover it with you, no problem. I've seen it, but I'll do it.
But you've never seen him portray this kind of thing, and he you know what, like pretty much most of his roles, he nailed it. He's that good. He nailed it. But it's just like all the craziness that went along with it.
Well, I'll tell you who I think should have got nominated and didn't at all. Nobody did. But if anything, the acting that impressed me the most was because what I do is every movie I see who's starring in it and I forget about it. And all of a sudden, halfway through, the tech billionaire with this literally an accent that's not on this planet. I'm like, who is this guy with the blonde? How did they cast this guy? I totally forgot that I saw the English actor, Mark Rylance's name in the credits, and that was him. Like, talk about a transformation. Like, if anyone deserves any kind of recognition, it's him, because I've never liked any of his movies and never really did anything to impress me. But this, holy crap. Combination between Elon Musk and I don't know who else, but that accent he used, I mean, it's not of this world.
Was it an accent or just him just kind of being like sort of...
No, he totally transformed his look and everything.
Well, I know he transformed his look, but I mean, the accent just kind of...
that's not nowhere near his voice.
I've
never heard an accent like that in any movie. Trust me, it just doesn't seem like it's from this planet,
like Elon Musk meets Gomer Pyle, okay.
And his ability to predict the future, and you just know when he said how Meryl Streep, the president, is going to die, that I knew, this is foreshadowing. They are going to get off the planet, and that creature.
They're all getting off naked, walking around.
I forget the name of that creature, but that's exactly the thing that eats her. Okay. Well, you're going to get eaten by a snuffleupagus.
Of course they land on a planet where the indigenous wildlife eats them. It's like,
of course, yeah.
Yeah. And who's her son?
Well, Jonah Hill,
yeah.
Again, didn't do anything to impress me, but I think he's a little bit overrated personally, but that's me.
Well, I mean, I thought he played the perfect asshole. I just wanted to go and punch him in the head.
Yeah, I guess he did something right then, if you want to.
Well, I think everybody played their roles right. It's just I just didn't care for the movie, I think it's one of the cases of that where, they did a great job portraying this kind of situation. But I think it's because we're living in this kind of situation that it's just a reminder of how much we are in it. And it's like, really? You're going to bring this up? I want to watch a movie to get away from this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's there's stuff that, you go to the movies to go somewhere else, right? Yeah. And I mean, when you're depicting things, real life shit and all that sort of stuff, it's like, it's one of the reasons why I never wanted to watch Schindler's List, because it's like I don't want to live that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, if you want to see a good Adam McKay movie, the movie I'm talking about was The Big Short, Christian Bale and Steve Carell, or Vice, I mean, he was a producer on that, but, of course he produced the other guys with Will Ferrell, but,
Big Short, that was Christian Bale, Bradley Cooper, Margot Robbie.
Gosling, Pitt.
Yeah.
That was a stellar cast. That was based on the mortgage crisis. That made it, that was interesting. But satire, I guess, maybe it's not his wheelhouse. He can do the Will Ferrell comedies. He can do the serious ones with Vice. Or The Big Short. He's a writer on The Big Short. Yeah. But, I think, this one, no, I can't really recommend.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people that were blown away by it. They saying, oh, it was good. It was this, it was that. And like I said, for me, it depicts what's going on really well. It's just not what I want to see in a movie. Yeah.
Yep. So let's just leave it there.
I agree.
And let's move on to if we finally get our ending. Well, we find out Stranger Things is ending and it's coming in volume 1 and volume 2.
Yeah.
Volume 1's coming out May 27, and I think Volume 2 is July, I think, something like that.
Yeah, well, they only have so much of the 80s they can portray, right? Because these kids are getting older and older and older.
This has been a 3-year wait since our last season. Yeah. So, you talk about kids sprouting up over a year. Jesus, they're going to be adults by the time we see them.
Well, we saw how much Finn grew up in Ghostbusters Afterlife, so it's like...
Yeah, we're finally getting the boys' animated show called Diabolical. I
saw that. That looks hysterical.
So bit of a spinoff. We'll probably cover that for you guys, no doubt.
Come on in. And I'm not being a pedophile. Look, I don't have hands.
Yeah. But not much else. But we did have another death, unfortunately. A biggie. Mr. Reitman.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Ghostbusters.
Oh, it's not just Ghostbusters. It's Ghostbusters. It's
no.
Stripes.
But we were just talking about him in one of our recent episodes because his son directed it. So
didn't he produce Caddyshack too?
Yeah,
Meatballs?
Yeah, he was involved in that. Yeah,
I mean,
all my favorite. Comedies.
No, he had a hand in like a ton of our childhood. So it's like. Oh yeah, no, that was a huge loss. That was a huge loss. I'm glad he got to watch Ghostbusters Afterlife before he passed.
Yeah,
I think. We all see those great movies depicting or that was a call to somebody's life, and they die right before they get to see it. What was it? Miracle, the hockey movie about the '80s. U.S. Olympic
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell, and the person, the coach that Kurt Russell portrayed, passed away right after principal photography. He never got to see the movie, and they put a line at the end saying he didn't get to see it, but he lived it. You sit there, you choke up.
Yeah,
but Yeah.
Oh, it looks like I'm going through his IMDb credits. It looks I'm seeing a Stripe TV series that he was executive producing.
Oh, really?
Stripes?
Oh, crap. Man. Can you imagine?
Oh, God. What happened to Bill Murray's character? Oh, my God. Is he leading the platoon now? Or is he Hulka?
He's Hulka.
And is he getting a millennial and busting his chops? Hey, push-ups.
Yeah.
Chicks dig me because I rarely wear underwear, and when I do,
usually it's something unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Push-Ups. We're just gonna see what kind of a soldier you are tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, rest in peace, Ivan.
Yeah, for sure.
Miss you already, sir.
Well, you know what? He's passed on and trained his son Jason, and we've seen that Jason can really bring it along. So hopefully, just carry on the family tradition.
Yep. Him and Ramus are having a couple of yucks up there. So
Ramus is probably sitting there looking at greeting him, going, "Do you really think I look like that old?"
Yeah, exactly. And that's how we want to remember you.
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for the memories.
For sure.
All right, sir. Unless you have something I don't, I say we wrap her up.
Nope. Just thinking of what's to come. We got quite a few stuff coming up in March, so I'm looking forward to that. All right, gang. Well, you can find us on social media. Search Butcher Bay Rejects on YouTube. You can search at Bay Rejects on Twitter, on Facebook at Butcher Bay Rejects, as well as on TikTok at Butcher Bay Rejects, on our website, butcherbayrejects.com. And you can also find us on all the podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Alexa TuneIn, and Amazon Music. This has been Butcher Bay Rejects. I'm Mark.
I'm Greg. See you next week, nerds.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.